All right, welcome to this edition of the Whatever Podcast. And once again, we've got a special guest with us, a guy that's a regular on the Whatever Podcast, Derek Shapiro. And today, we're going to be talking about his new movie. But before we get into that, we got to talk about the slap heard around the world.
Yes, the slap around the world. Do you remember that? Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but when I was a kid, okay, there was slap bracelets. Do you remember those?
No, I don't.
Okay, did it hurt you? Well, it was like a bendable like bracelet, and people would slap it on you. You slap it on yourself, but it would kind of a little bit hurt your wrist. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, Will Smith should actually invest in those again.
He's, you know what? You're joking about that, but the funny thing is, I feel like they might actually make a comeback because this whole situation where him smacking Chris Rock, last time I checked, it has the video where it shows like the uncensored version. It has
Yeah.
60 million views last time I checked. I'm going to assume it's even more now. So I think it might be a smart investment actually if you were to do that.
This whole thing is an investment for Chris Rock too.
Oh yeah,
Well,
because he's on a
when is this hearing?
he's on a
When is
comedy
this hearing?
tour.
What?
He's on a comedy tour.
Yeah. Well, when is this hearing, by the way?
I'm gonna try to get this ASAP.
Okay. So, for instance, as this is airing, Chris Rock is supposed to be in Boston on the May 30th. I mean March 30th, March 31st, and April 1st. Okay. So I heard the tickets are going like this is from Curtis Fox to Atlanta. Okay. They said the price ticket for the show may be up at $400 a ticket for Chris Rock.
Wow. Uh,
Okay, he should give someone this. If it wasn't for Will Smith, for him, he would be making more money, right?
yeah.
Because Chris Rock is gold now. I mean, a few days ago, no one talking about Chris Rock, Will Smith, you know? I even put two Will Smith songs on my playlist. Okay, on the '90s, 2000, 2010 today playlist. I put Men in Black. Okay, and then Getting Jiggy with It. I put on it. You know,
He
I
wasn't.
think this music has gone up too. I bet, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't getting jiggy with it. Yeah, he really wasn't getting jiggy with it Sunday though.
Well, he was getting jiggy with his slap. You know, you know. I mean, in the song it says move up like George and Wheezy. You know, I mean, I guess he's moving up. If that's what it's so-called moving up. You know what I'm saying? But look, I mean, I have a situation. If I can say a personal situation, right?
Yeah.
My ex-wife, someone called my ex-wife out back in the day, okay? And this is all I can think of about too. When this happened, when I heard about it, someone called her out of her name, okay? My ex-wife back in the day when we were married. This is before I started my radio show, right? But I don't want to get into a fist fight with a neighbor. You know what I'm saying? So I just says, there was no need to be called for. But my ex-wife says, you should have went down and took care of it. Well, look, I was never really a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, so Will Will Smith did way better than what I did as a husband. As a husband, he gets brownie points. You know what I'm saying? Um, as a human, what he did, he doesn't get points for that because he could have handled it professionally. Maybe he could have just said from his seat that was not called for. Like, okay, let me ask you a question, Dylan. If he would have said from his seat, take my effing wife's name out of your mouth without going up there, how much of respect would he gotten if he would have just done that?
I feel like people would still make fun of him. I feel like people like me, I would still find a way to make fun of it, but Absolutely. That would be, he would look way better if he didn't go to the stage and smack Chris Rock.
But if he did it from his seat, just said it like, get my effing wife's name out of your mouth. That would have been much more respect, I think, instead of him going up there, right?
You know what to say to that though?
Well,
You know what to say to that though? He should be more concerned about what his wife is doing with her mouth, if you know what I mean.
yes. People saying he should have slapped the one that she cheated on.
Yeah.
Now, the thing, here's the thing. You know, I've got cheated on before by certain women, and um, it doesn't mean the love's not there. I mean, right now I'm a single guy. I'm not. I shouldn't talk. I'm not in any relationship. I'm not relationship material to give advice. But here's the thing: we don't know what he's going through as a human being. Will Smith, Will Smith. At the end of the day, he's a human. I've seen celebrities one day, like I've interviewed celebrities before. They say, "Well, I'm too busy." They're acting like kind of like stressed out. Then the next day, I literally interviewed a celebrity who turned me down the day before at another event, and I got the interview. You know what I'm saying?
Who was that
So
celebrity?
I'm sorry.
Who was that?
Uh, I'll tell you off the air who that was. You probably don't know it, but well, he's been in some Adam Sandler films. Okay, I'll just tell you that much. Okay, um, and he probably knows Chris Rock. I interviewed him a few years ago, and he's an older guy. I'll tell you, I think I mentioned about that, but I don't really want to, you know what? I'll just mention it. Henry Winkler. You know Henry Winkler?
I feel like I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar with it.
You ever see the movie Click?
Yeah, that was a long time ago I seen that movie.
So he played Adam Sandler's dad in the movie. So he was at the Rhode Island event in Rhode Island, and he came late, and he didn't feel like doing any interviews, and he said, "Look, I'm signing autographs." And then the next day, I went to another event. It was a senior event at Gillette Stadium, and I just went up to him with the recorder. I was asking him a few questions, and I asked him from the crowd, and he didn't remember me from the day before. And it was like I was a totally different person. He was like a totally different person. He was much more friendlier than because he wasn't signing any autographs. He wasn't selling anything. He was trying to sell and get money for his autograph at the place in Providence. At Gillette Stadium, literally the day afterwards, he was much more nicer. So you know what? Again, people have issues. Sometimes you get mad. Like behind the scenes, you know, I get mad at such different situations. I mean, people can't picture me mad, but the thing is, look, we're all human. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, um, 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 we don't know why Will did that. He could have been hurt for his wife. Maybe they had a fight beforehand. Maybe he's trying to be a better husband. You don't know why she cheated too. You know what I'm saying? It takes two people to be out of the marriage. You know what I'm saying? At that certain time. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
because she did something, I had reason for my exes to cheat on me one time. One time two of my exes, I'm not going to say who, but two of my exes out of my whole lifetime have cheated on me, and I I gave them reason to cheat on me. You know what I'm saying? So in that predicament, we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Is Will working too much? Is Will giving a lot of respect to his wife and showing her needs? You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's happening behind closed doors, and maybe he wants to what do you call it? To make up for that, maybe he's stressed out. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we don't know what's going on in Will's head. So you know, you got to look at as two sides of the coin. Was Will right to do that? No. He actually said he's sorry. Could he handle it differently? Sure. But did he have a right to be pissed? Sure. And sometimes when you're pissed, you act beyond control sometimes, which I even do that sometimes behind closed doors. Like, yesterday I had a problem with my toilet and I was aggravated that I couldn't go to the bathroom when I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? You know, you want to take a poop or piss when you want to. You know.
And dump your jokes there too. I have to add that.
No, 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 no.
No.
I mean, sometimes my joke might be stinky, and I'll get granted. You know, sometimes I might piss you off.
All right, that we're flushing that down. We are flushing that down the toilet.
But again, let's suppose the toilet was not working. How frustrated would you be that you couldn't flush my jokes down the toilet at a time?
Oh yeah, that might get you on some Will Smith anger.
See? So the thing is, so you know, even though you might people might saying Will Smith's a bitch for this or that or this or that, you know, at the end of the day, he did something wrong. He assaulted somebody. Um, at the end of the day, are we all human? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know a lot of people who do in this business, or me, or you, or anybody. I don't even know you, but I really want to show you happy. But you know, I'm just saying, Will Smith. At the end of the day, he's going to be prosperity out of this. He's gonna prosper. Maybe not right away, but he needs to take some time of reflection. It looks like Chris Rock's in a better place than he is right now. But maybe he's getting off the promotion and all the Oscar thing. Especially the night he's getting an award, he should have done that in front of everybody on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, you have to look at it. Was on the stage? Get it? Because it was on stage.
Really, really. Even if it was staged, I don't, I don't know. Regardless if it's staged or not, you made yourself look foolish, regardless of what it is. Because let's say it was staged. I don't think it was because when Chris Rock got slapped, he he seemed actually shocked. He seemed genuinely shocked that it happened, and he was kind of like having on some like Porky Pig action, like but not like stuttering, but just he just seemed like it was hard for him to keep his composure after that. So I don't think it was staged, but regardless if it was staged or not, let's say it was. Why would you make yourself look like a fool, risk people clowning you? In Will Smith's perspective, he agreed to doing this stage. And why would you risk that just so you can have some executives in the Oscars be happy? But
Because look
regardless,
at it. Chris
regardless,
Rock's numbers. Chris Rock's numbers has gone up for his shows, and Will Smith's probably people probably playing his music. He hasn't got this much street cred from the rap crowd. I bet when he was doing his songs. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
I
he
think
has. Oh, go ahead.
I think his songs are probably more popular now than before then.
Yeah, I don't think he still has zero street cred for me because he's not doing that with a rapper that actually will beat you up like the baby. He he's been in several. There's so many to count, like so many assault charges he's had throughout the years. He would not be doing that with the baby. And then also people were making jokes. I was seeing it because on TikTok they've been flooded with like all kinds of videos related to the incident. And people were saying, oh, Will wouldn't be doing that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson were to make that joke about Jada.
Well, I get the whole situation. No one's been talking about these Oscars like this. I mean, this is off the chain, okay? I
Yeah.
mean, every news organization, even mine. I mean, I'm not a news organization, but I'm in the media, okay? Even every show talked about this, okay? Every show talked about this, and I can't. Even the sports shows talked about this. I'm undisputed with Skip and Shannon.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Skip was saying, or not Skip. Shannon was saying, if he were to do that to me, I'm fighting him back basically.
Yes, and then the Speak for Yourself sports broadcast talked about this, and even what's his name, um, um, Stephen A. Smith from ESPN, and he's on General Hospital too. Um, he actually mentioned about it. I don't think there's not one media platform or even some of the social media, even Vinny Gucci mentioned something on Facebook. You know, there's not one person who didn't mention it. My daughter found out about it. My son found out about it in school. That was a topic in school. Here's the thing, and here's the thing why I might believe it's still staged, okay? Maybe it was beyond their control. Maybe they had to do this. Maybe they got carried away a little bit too. But I believe, and here's my belief, maybe, and this is the thing. What is nobody talking about yesterday other than that?
What you said? What was talked about other than that?
No, no, no. What was not talked about? Like, like everybody was talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Who was? What subject was not talked about?
What subject?
Ukraine, the war. Okay, COVID was not talked about. Okay, so the thing is, was this an agenda to get people to get on this subject and ignore something else going on? Okay, and that's my thing. Okay, there's always something going on, and was this legit? We do not know behind the closed doors. Okay, we all know something did happen, and we all witnessed it. But was it pre-planned? We all don't know that. We don't know to what extent.
Either way you cut it, I still think Will Smith takes a major L. Either way.
Well, no, if he had to do this for his career, if they put him up to it, because sometimes you're.
I don't think he needed. I don't think he needed that for his career because Will Smith is already an A-list actor, regardless of the situation.
Correct. No, no, correct. But the thing is, maybe it's beyond their control. Maybe, I'm just thinking a little bit fifth dimensional. Maybe it's beyond their control. You know what I'm saying? That's my presumption. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I could think why it happened, because it was beyond their control, and they had to do this for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I won't get too much to that. That's one of the conspiracy theories. Just get the attention off the other issues. You know what I'm saying? And which it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I will say this. I feel like we as a society, we do it too. We gravitate more towards something that's like less serious because nowadays I feel that it's not even that I feel it. It's just how it is. People always, if you go on social media, whatever popular situation may be going on at this time, people are gonna make a joke about it, make memes about it.
True, true. And that's what I think too. You know?
But this all was started. This is why I made my video on Will Smith. This is why I made my nonsense of the week because it was all started because Chris Rock made a hair joke. And
Yes.
and I was going over with you on text. I said to you, he made fun of Jada for her hair, which is something me and Evans, shout out to Evans, we did to you constantly. When we were on college radio, we did that to you constantly, and you never were like, "What is this, man? Keep my name out your mouth."
You know, it's the thing is, I am more here. So the thing is, the thing is, and of course that's because she has she has a condition. Me, I just have my genes. I have thinning hair from my genes. My mom has thinning hair. Actually, I don't know if it's from my genes. I wear more sweats all the time.
Really? Really?
So I'm feeling the sweats. My movie, man, blue sweats.
Yeah, I want to say a couple things before we get into talking about your new movie.
Yes.
So I would understand. This is what I'll say. This is what I'll give to Will. I wouldn't. I would maybe understand more if Will acted that way because the way that Jada's hair looked because she has cancer. I'd understand if it was that, but it's not that. And yeah, that was a way. That was way too much of an overreaction from Will. And then before we get into talking about your new movie, we're gonna end it with this. So tell the folks about what happened with you years before it became known as the Will Smith. Something similar happened with you, but it really wasn't the typical idea. It wasn't a person that smacked you. Go ahead, tell the folks about that story.
Actually, I did have a person that smacked me, actually, too. It was a serious situation. I can tell you for both situations if you want.
Yeah, tell about the serious situation and then tell about the one I was having in mind.
Well, back in the day, before I moved to Atlanta, I did shows in Rhode Island, okay? And then in Atlanta, then Massachusetts. A little bit before I met you in Evans, I did showcases, in Massachusetts sometimes, right? And I did showcases in Rhode Island. So my son's original godmother, well, actually, I was managing my ex-wife's career, and I put the show together, and I moved my ex-wife up a little bit more slots, right? So my son's godmother at the time, who's a musician, and me, I'm not doing anything wrong, and she already performed, and I'm kind of like, when I book a show, I don't book just one genre, okay? When I do a show, like a showcase, I used to book rock and hip hop together. Okay, is that wrong or what?
No, I feel like well, it's not common, but there are there are times where rock and rap have combined together, like Jay Z, 99 Problems, Run
Well,
DMC, Walk This Way.
well, look, the Derek Shapiro show was just one. I had only one website at the time, and the DerekShapiroShow.com. I used to play rock and hip hop and all in between,
Yeah.
So I used to do showcases a lot in Rhode Island. So there would be R&B, there would be hip hop, there would be rock. I know people in all realms of the world. Okay, so she already performed a feature on another song. I said, okay, you already performed. I got to put this person on. Go back and forth. You just can't perform one, da 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 da. And then everybody wants to leave, so I'm pushing my ex-wife up further, pushing her back because she already performed already. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't perform her own set, but she was featured on the other set. So me, as being the leader, I says, okay, if you're gonna, she was showing me disrespect. Okay, I was saying, and I wasn't yelling. I said, if you're gonna show me disrespect, you're not gonna perform. So she slapped me across the face. And she did a Will Smith before even this became popular. Okay, so so um um and then I just left it alone, and she left. Her crowd left, and there was hardly no one there after her crowd left. But anyway, that's what happened to me with a serious situation. Okay, and it's funny because one of my former bosses at one of my jobs, he was a musician, and he actually stuck up for me. He said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah. What are you gonna do?" And then I fired her for being my son's godmother. I actually adopted my daughter's godmother, who passed away recently. I adopted her as my son's godmother because she was much more respectable than the other lady. And then you want to hear about the funny situation,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I got smacked again, and it was by a fish. It was a fishy situation.
That's why you got
So
smacked. You just keep up with these jokes. That's why. And you wonder why even animals who don't know a word we're saying even smack you.
Well, so I was doing a video for the late Buddy Love, actually, my daughter's godmother's dad, okay, who just again he just passed away of COVID, James Buddy Love Herring, and I was doing a video for his um his song. Will this be the last time? And my ex girlfriend played his girlfriend in the movie, you know, one of my exes. um, played his girlfriend in the video, you know. So in between the takes and everything, you know, we were doing it at Roger Williams Park in Providence. And sometimes I gotta take you there, you know. And so this guy caught a big, humongous fish. So I said, "Can I record this for my show?" I said, "Hey," I said, "Some the fish is going on." Then the fish smacked me by the tip of the tail. Smacked me in the back. Okay, not in the face, but in the back. Okay, and I had all like stain on my white shirt. I was wearing a white shirt at the time. I was trying to get it out in the men's bathroom in between the video. We went to the hotel and shot the rest of the video that day, you know. But that was freaking funny. I mean, I had a laugh at that, you know. And watching the video, my God, that whole situation was very fishy.
Yeah, that really says something about your jokes that even animals will smack you.
Yes, even animals, I'm telling you. Mammals and animals, I'm telling you.
Oh,
Hey, I've been out telling bees jokes because I would probably get somebody a bee, but they gotta buzz off and mind their own beeswax.
should I even go down the rabbit hole of even saying that about what would happen if you were to say it to a raccoon?
Now, does raccoons like cartoons?
All right. I think we had enough of this, and we're gonna move on to talking about your new movie coming out. So, give the folks a little short summary about what your new movie, The Man in Blue Sweats, is about.
Well, the man in blue sweats. It's a it's a zany comedy. You know, I had a lot of other comedies before Doctor Swag, and it's not on YouTube anymore. But Doctor Swag was really like a zany comedy. Like my character was ruthless in the film. So anyway, I had to redo this movie because last year before around the pandemic time I did it, but I did it even to the nth degree more this time. It came out better because I did it like right when I had COVID last year. I taped a lot of scenes through the computer. This time I had a lot of more in-person scenes. So maybe it was kind of like maybe it was a sign that the first one had to get ruined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To redo it because it really was a good movie just to redo. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to redo it, and it was meant. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, yeah. So the Man in Blue Eyes really is it's just a good comedy movie. My character, the whole concept is my character gets married twice, but a few weeks apart, or a few like a month apart. Okay. My character is having a good day wearing blue sweats. He's all confident. He's all, he meets, he thinks he meets the woman of his dreams that day, and then he gets married that day. And then the woman marries him, divorces him right one, two, three, because she finds it that it was very impulsive to get married, but she didn't realize that afterwards, so she gets divorced. So my character stays in his blue sweats, and he has the blue sweats funk. And and then he goes into cranberry sweats, but he thinks it's red. But everybody thinks it's cranberry. Even his friend, who's played by Michael Vaccaro, you know Damian, right?
Yeah.
So Damian, Michael Vaccaro plays my character's friend, and he says that it's cranberry, and he says the blue sweats funk is all the way in California, you know. So Michael Vaccaro really played that character good, you know. And what I like about Michael Vaccaro is that he actually acted with Cindy Brady from the Brady Bunch. So now I can say I acted with somebody who acted with somebody who acted with, for Cindy Brady from the Brady Bunch. So I got to act with Michael Vaccaro, and Michael Vaccaro is in John Mandy. He does his own web series. I did his own web series. And Michael Vaccaro, just he's a great guy. He's a great actor. You know what I'm saying? And it was a privilege to act with him. You know, that I could act with him at first because I'm not going to fly all the way out to California. But it was a cool experience to act with people from Damian. That was my third actor from Damian. The first one I was Carl Judy, who passed away of COVID too. You know, have the privilege to act with him and Catherine Norland, who acts the Damian, and then finally acted with Michael Vaccaro, who usually plays kind of like a condescendent, like kind of like a ruthless type of person a lot of times in the Don Man. So he got to play like a very like comedy person in this, like a friend. So he played himself, you know. So it was very kind of cool just to have him act as himself in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
And then another movie I'm working on, I'm not gonna tell the name of it, but I'll say this much: I acted with somebody who's in a movie who acted with Christina Applegate. You know Christina Applegate?
Yeah.
Christina Applegate, of course, was in the movie with Will Ferrell, but it wasn't anybody in the movie with Will Ferrell, but he acted with Christina Applegate. I'm not gonna tell you too much about, you know. One of my friends who's an actor I interview, um, he's gonna be in one of my movies at the end of the year. But you know, but it's cool. You know, Man in Blue Sweats. My son plays my cousin in the movie. You know, River's here too. You know, I'm back home now. River, I give a shout out. Dylan's interviewing me right now. He wants to play low key over here. But yeah, Dylan's in the movie. I mean, Dylan's in the movie. River's in the movie. Yeah, Dylan. But Dylan is in the movie. You're in the movie too. You
Yeah.
know, and I like your line. Like I was asking where you are. You're on the walking path. I says, oh, yeah, you know. So then you ask, like, what's the path you want to take in life? Something like that. With me wearing my blue sweats, you know. And then of course Evans A. Dallas is in it. And Evans, he wears a blue like wife beater in the movie, you know. So it goes hand in hand with the Man in Blue Sweats.
Yeah. Following a theme.
Yes. So it is pretty cool.
So what is there any like real life experience or movies you've watched that might have inspired this movie?
You know, no, I just wanted to just do a movie, Man in Blue Sweats. I just had this concept. It was in my head to do a comedy movie like this, and actually, it's more funny than I think we need a funny movie. Like you know, like I think Tyler Perry said, like his new movie came out recently, and we need more comedy. What's going on in the freaking world? And we need more things like to distract us from what's going on because we hear so much BS. What's going on? All negative things. What's going on? Like the gas prices, all this stuff. I think we need more comedy movies like this, Man of Blue Sweats, Tyler Perry, XYZ movies because a lot of stuff is going on, and I'm trying to, and with my other platforms, with D Shop in the morning, I'm on iHeartRadio now and Amazon Music and Amazon Audible and Google Podcasts and Spotify and trying to be more funny with my radio show. and even be more, more funny with the films. I think people need to get out of the realm, and we had so much turmoil and triumph in the 2020s so far that we need man in blue sweats right now. It's the medicine, even though it may be like a movie that may not make sense at the end of the day. It makes more sense than it does than other films, but it may not make more sense than some other films. Okay, you know what? At the end of the day, like in the trailer, my son was actually laughing, like saying the blues sweat funk, and I'm singing the blues song. I don't know if you heard the trailer yet, Dylan. Did you?
Not yet.
I don't know if you're gonna put the trailer in this. Which I'll send you the trailer, so hopefully people can hear the trailer before this. And the thing is, in it, I'm singing, I'm blue, oh, I'm so lonesome. And then I'm singing Eiffel 65. I'm blue, da
Oh,
ba dee da ba die,
I
da
knew
ba
that.
dee da ba die.
I
You know?
yeah, I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure you're gonna do that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you were because that song just screams out something that Derek Shapiro would sing.
Well, now, the blue from Leon Rhymes, that was a country song. So now I'm on the country charts again, okay? It's my second time being on the country charts now because I sang Happy Birthday with Billy Gilman, a duet with Billy Gilman back in the day. So, I mean, a few months ago. So we made it up the country charts on the country musics. .com charts and countrymusic.com. On the country charts I own. And then Blue is going up the country charts now.
Are you trying to say you're a country singer by saying, "Oh yeah"?
Yeah!
Oh, all right. What was that?
Yeah!
What in the world was that? Oh, if Will Smith was here, you already know what happened.
But I'll take it like a Chris Rock.
Yeah, I think that was the best thing he could have done. Because if he tried to fight back, then it would have been worse.
Oh my God, that would have been something, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, I think the views would be even higher. It's the
I'm trying to see. I was like, I was like, I was like, I was like, trying to see Kevin James. Kevin James. Um, um, my son's talking to me as I'm being interviewed by you, but no. Um, um, I was seeing Kevin James' Facebook, and Kevin James acted with Chris Rock a lot of times in the Adam Sandler movies, and Kevin James acted with Will Smith in Hitch. Okay, so I'm trying to go on the Facebook of Kevin James for the past few days to see what side he's taken. Well, it seems like he hasn't posted anything for a few days. And then Adam Sandler knows both of them. Like he acted with Jada Pinkett Smith in the movie Rain Over Me, and then Adam Sandler acted with Chris Rock a lot, in his movies. And then actually, I found out that Chris Rock did some press with Jada Pinkett Smith from Madagascar. So they were friends before that.
yeah, that's a crazy part.
Yeah,
How it goes from that to getting
because they
smacked.
actually did press together for Madagascar. And then he did a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith a few years ago, like at the Oscars. You know, it's like she wants to boycott the Oscars. He says something like, it's like Rihanna's panties. They both weren't invited.
You know, have you? I think you probably have, but I never heard of that movie that he was referencing when he made that joke that set Will off. Or I don't even think it set Will off. Because he was actually laughing. I think it was more like Jada saying, "You gonna let him disrespect me like that, Will? You better
Well,
go up there."
well, G.I. Jane, the first G.I. Jane was with Demi Moore.
Yeah, I seen the poster because then I fully understood the joke and it had me cracking up because I
Yeah,
was
so
doing a side by side with the G.I. Jane poster and then Jada's head right now.
exactly. And Demi Moore looks sexy in that movie. You know what I'm saying? So um, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the talk of the town. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, the Man in Blue Sweats will be as much of a talk of the town as the Oscars, right?
Yeah, so when we're gonna stage that fight between me and you?
Ah, that's right.
Me, you, and Evans, actually.
Yeah, so we'll do it outside of Hooters, you know?
That'd be so funny if we actually do that. We act like we're fighting with each other. Man,
Yeah,
what's
so
your problem, Derek? What's your problem, man? You want to square up?
you, you know, put me in so much good in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Imagine that.
you know what? Well, you know what we should do to make it relevant to what happened at the Oscars? It's the fight should start over us making fun of your hairline.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? It's kind of not good to do that because if you think about it too, if it's white on black, it's not good. If it's black on white, it's not good. If it was black on black. If it was a white person too, you know what I'm saying? I think it's very distasteful if someone does it with white on black or black on white. It would have been much more of a race issue. You know what I'm saying? Um, and even I, both sides of the coin wouldn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Because if like if like uh there was a white person up there, right? If Will Smith smacked a white person, that won't look good. And then if a white person smacked a black person, that won't look good either. Because it would have been a whole race issue right now going on.
Oh
Don't you
yeah,
think?
for sure. That even if it wasn't the case, because you even if it wasn't the case, there would be still people saying that. But there was people saying that with this situation when I said it in my video I did about the situation. I just said point blank period. It's Will Smith being a sensitive little wuss, or maybe
But still, if that was a white comedian up there, okay, if that was a white comedian up there, like let's say Jim Carrey, well, okay, let's say Adam Sandler, okay,
yeah.
okay. If Adam Sandler cracked that joke, do you think Will Smith would have done that to Adam Sandler?
That is a good question.
Okay, that's the key. I'm not trying to be racist because
Yeah,
okay, but again, and then if he made a joke about a white person, like a white person, would a white person smack Chris Rock? Again, I don't think so.
no,
Because
probably not.
it would have been a race issue for both sides of the coin. Now, again, a white on white or black on black would happen. Okay, like if Jim Carrey smacked Adam Sandler, that's okay. It's white on white.
Yeah,
What
I
happened?
think if I'm thinking of even a more extreme example. You know what would happen? It would be, oh my, the amount of chaos that would happen if it was like a guy that smacked a woman. That would be that would
Oh
be
yes, like if
awful.
Wanda Sykes made that thing, right?
Yeah, and then Will Smith
Yeah.
did it. Oh my goodness, his career's done.
Oh yeah. That would have been unacceptable. But because it was a guy, and you have to look at it, it was black on black. It wasn't white on white. It was not white on black or black on white. You know, was this was it staged a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Was it was it more planned and then maybe got out of control? Maybe you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say something about Jada's here. Maybe Jada didn't know about it, but maybe them two got knew about it. That's another thing too. We don't know. You know, and it's like we don't know who shot JFK. Maybe we won't know about this. Maybe it's all secret behind. I feel it could be a big ploy too. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing we hear, you know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? And then the guy you dissed, Jake Paul, wants them to be in a celebrity match.
Oh, oh man, that would be so funny if that actually happened.
Exactly. crazy. I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, you know, look, in the boxing ring, it could be black and white or white and black, or like something like that. It's, you know, it just happened so perfectly, and it took a distraction away from what's going on out there. You know what I'm saying? And and no one's talking about race, and that's one good thing too. You know what I'm saying? People are just talking about this issue itself. You know what I'm saying?
I actually was hearing people talk about like, oh what, oh this is terrible, man. Why they have two black people going up against each other? But I think it's ridiculous, in my opinion, that people are even bringing up race in this situation when really it because Will was laughing at first, but it seemed like he's the puppet of the wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
Mm-hmm.
really is. He's a little cuck.
Mm-hmm.
He's the
Mm-hmm.
puppet of Jada. That's it.
Now, here's something I want to. Okay, we had a President Obama, right?
Yeah.
Could you picture if Chris Rock mentioned something about Michelle Obama? Could you picture Barack
No,
Obama
I
coming
don't
up
think
there?
so. I think
Well,
this is what I think worst case scenario what happens if Chris Rock were to roast Michelle. I think somebody might ask, oh, during like a after party, oh, what you think about what Chris Rock said about your wife? And then Obama will say, oh, that was in poor taste. I think that's worst case scenario.
or could you picture if President Obama roasted Jada Pinkett? What if Will Smith smacked Barack Obama?
Honestly, I think they would be laughing, both of them, because it's President Obama that said it.
Thank you. So, see, and of course, again, no one looks up these past things. I looked up Madagascar, looked up some movies, if they were in some movies, and I found out that Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett was in a movie together, and they did press together. You know what I'm saying?
But you know
And
what's. Oh, go ahead.
and if they were friends before, how do we know that this is not a pre-setup? You know, we're gonna do something at the Oscars, bada boom, bada bing. Let's hype it up and we get attention off to other things. You know what I'm saying? We do not know 100% if if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, it could possibly be not a setup. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You know?
The thing that makes me feel it's real is because, like, how he was. How Will Smith was reacting after he smacked them. It seemed too intense for it to be staged, in my opinion.
I don't know. I'm saying. Now, do you think the Oscar viewership will go up next year?
Yeah, it's probably gonna go up some. Yeah, definitely somewhat. I don't know how much, but it's gonna go up somewhat.
And here's another thought. How come I wasn't nominated?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good way to transition into this, because that's what I wanted to. That's what I want to finish this off with. We're gonna have our own Oscar theme for this episode, and there's all the awards like Best Supporting Actor, All Dad Show, whatever you feel throughout all the movies you made throughout the years.
Yeah.
You could nominate accordingly. All right, so let's start off with that. How many?
Okay.
Best Supporting Actor.
For my movies,
Yeah, any movie from any time.
I'm gonna do most recent. I'm gonna say New England that came out last summer. Best supporting actor for young actor, River. Is me and him had a lot of scenes together. You know, how you like that, River? Your best supporting actor. Um, I mean for young child. Um, best supporting actor, James Buddy Love Herring. Well, oh, James Buddy Love Herring. Yes, you're a good actor. River, can you hear River? River asks if he's a good actor. I say, oh, he's a very good actor. You are a 10. Yeah, River said he wants to be a big actor like Kevin James and Adam Sandler. Just be in more films. So Dylan, get back to your thing. I would say James Herring for supporting actor in Starting Over. In movie Hope, I would say yeah, you for best supporting actor in the New England movie. Well, it hasn't come out yet. And then Dylan, I would say for the movie Hope, myself the best actor in the movie Hope. Um, in New England, myself the best actor, I would say. For best actress in the movie, best supporting actor in the movie Hope, Carl L. Judy. Best supporting guest star actress in New England, Catherine Norland. Best song, Trina, for the movie Hope, when she did the song Hello by Adele. I guess I did a pretty good song too in the movie Hope. I did It's All About Soul.
All right.
It's all
Yeah.
about human kindness.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If I was the Oscar committee, I would definitely pick Trina.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. I'll probably lose for that category. But I think maybe for best actor for the movie Hope, you know. And then River for best supporting actor for even River did a great supporting actor for Hope. Actually, I got to admit for the movie Department for Children, you would get best actor for that, Dylan.
So when am I getting my Oscar?
Uh, that's coming down the pike. And then Evans A. Dallas for best supporting actor. Me for best director. You know what I'm saying? I would take myself out of the best actor category. You deserved. Like again, it's not shown on YouTube anymore, but you deserve the best actor for that one. You know, you did a tremendous job for the Department for Children. You know, me for the movie Dying that came out many years ago. Well, actually, I still have it. I haven't put it back on YouTube. The movie Dying. I don't know if I did already. I don't know. I had to put it on there. I have the footage of Dying, the whole movie of Dying. I want to re-release that. I played a really good place in that. My ex-girlfriend Azzy, who was in the video with Gina Spinell having, she played a good supporting actress, or maybe best actress. No, this is support actress. Serenity Rose. She did a very good wife in that movie. It'll be a toss-up between Serenity Rose and Jasmine in a dying movie, but I really played that part very good. A good, serious movie. Me and a homeless man, when I was homeless on the bench, I really played a good homeless guy out of my serious movies, you know? But yeah, I wanted to say those have to contend. And me as best director for The Homeless Man, Department for Children, Hope in New England. And again, the movie that's out now, coming out now, Man of Blue Sweats, that's not Oscar worthy. It's good. It's good for a comedy. Maybe good for set direction. It's good outdoors. It's good for set. And only good for scenery, maybe. You know. Other than that, I can't picture Man of Blue Sweats Oscar worthy, or even my next movie that comes out in the summertime. You know. But definitely Hope, New England, Dying, and Department for Children.
Interesting. So all of the serious movies are more what you would put into the Oscar category.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I'm working on a kind of a serious movie now for the end of the year. You gotta throw back in some serious movies. I really, you know, me as a funny guy, everybody does serious movies. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't know. The way it's coming out, I don't know. It's very serious right now. I don't know. I gotta play around with this film some more, but I'm just starting the phase of it. And I got somebody who acted with Christina Applegate in the movie. And again, you know, right now I'm just doing a lot of comedy. comedies now, and I want to try to do more some serious films too. But comedy is very good. It's good for the soul. The comedy is very important. I think Man in Blue Sweats. I think I haven't done a really good comedy like this in a while. Because starting over, that movie that wasn't really a comedy. I had the naked cowboy in that one, but was it a comedy? It wasn't a comedy, but it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? It was different.
Yeah. So what would you have for best picture?
I would say a tie between Department for Children, no, Homeless Man, and Dying.
So that's what you would say are your top two movies that you felt you've made ever?
Probably Department for Children's up there. I don't know. I guess I would put them three and let the person decide because I did very good acting in Dying. My character was sick in the movie. It was not laughter in the movie. And I died at the end, you know. Homeless Man, you've seen Homeless Man. How was my acting in that? How would you say?
Yeah, I would say it's it stood out more. I'd say it stood out more compared because it's you being more serious, and this is me. This might be me saying that because I know you, but yeah, it stands out more because
And of
yeah.
course, my movie Dying. Did you see that movie?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I never watched that.
I gotta send that to you again. I gotta put it up again. But the movie Dying. I mean, again, I had a shaven head. I had my Tricky Seymour look because I just had a mustache, you know. But I played that part like a very serious part because I had a mysterious illness and my character died at the end. And then, of course, Department for Children was a very serious movie too. We really didn't joke around with that movie, did we?
Yeah. I mean, we laughed. I mean, we had. That's the thing. We were laugh. I remember when we were filming. We were filming one of the scenes at my house,
You know.
and we and before we started filming, before like each take, me or Evans would have some like laughter going on before we started filming.
You know, sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes it's like especially during a hard scene, you know, like the movie Dying. It's like we act with the same people, and we act with comedies, and sometimes you got to remember the comedies because sometimes you're doing a heavy scene. And again, I don't do heavy movies like that all the time. You know me, I do it
Yeah.
once. You know, but you got to off balance the comedy. And every good actor, Robin Williams, he was a good he was a good comedian. You know, he at the end of the day, he did Dead Poets Society. He did the movie with um, um, he played a serious guy in with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Good Will Hunting, you know. And then of course he did and then of course I'm thinking about some other people who did both, you know. Jim Carrey, you know, he did comedy, did some serious. So you know the thing is, you got to balance itself out and do comedy as well as serious stuff, you know.
Yeah, I feel like every guy that's reputation is known for more like of a comedy film, they always have at least like one movie where it's more on the serious side that was critically acclaimed, and maybe not just that, but also Oscar nominated as well.
Even Adam Sandler, yeah, Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller. Now they're known for comedy, but Adam Sandler was good in Uncut Gems. Did you see Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems?
I ever I I know that the former Celtics player Kevin Garnett was in it.
Yes, Adam Sandler did a very good job. Even Rain Over Me with Jada Pinkett Smith. In the movie, Adam Sandler, family, um, um, his family, all his wife and his kids died in the towers of 9/11, right? And in the movie, what's his name? You know Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
played Jada's husband in the movie. So Don Cheadle finds Adam Sandler. They used to know each other. And Robert Klein, one of the first guys I ever interviewed in Rhode Island back when I had my show before I moved to Atlanta back in 2007 or 8, seven I think. I interviewed Robert Klein, who played Adam Sandler's father-in-law in the movie. Okay, so I have a connection to that movie through Robert Klein, right? And Adam Sandler went right by the village, and that village, they show McDonald's, and and River's mother was singing next door to the McDonald's at the Village Underground, and when she was singing, my sister took care of River as a baby. So I was taking care of River there because my sister couldn't take care of River as a baby anymore, and so I was taking care of River at the McDonald's, and then in the scene of the opening movie, or one of the scenes, Adam Sandler's riding his his moped, or on that, not really moped, but you know one of those stand up things, you know what I'm saying? And you stand up on it, and you just
Yeah.
drive, you know. Well, anyway, I went by the McDonald's in the Greenwich Village in New York, and that's where I watched River when his mother was singing. You know what I'm saying? And then again, Jada Pinkett Smith played Don Cheadle's wife in the movie, and that was one of the serious movies of Adam Sandler.
So what else do we have when it comes to nominating that you could think of, or is that it for you that you think of?
That's it. I mean, again, the top movies is Hope. Um, I mean, Hope is worthy because it wasn't really a comedy for Hope in New England. It was not really a comedy movie, but it was a well, when we shot New England Part Two, we got to reshoot that because I had a little bit more comedy in there. Um, but it was not. It's not really a comedy movie in New England. You know what I'm saying? Just really a feel good movie. Sometimes you got those feel good movies. That's not a comedy, but it's a feel good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like my jokes.
Yeah, you might be reaching with that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so the Grammys are gonna be coming up soon, and I'm just wondering how they're gonna top what the Oscars did.
Well, he's gonna have a fight with two country stars. you know, like imagine if like The Voice and the American Idol, Luke Bryan and Blake Shelton went at it. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, um,
Ariana Grande and Katy Perry.
who?
What about Ariana Grande and Katy Perry going at it?
Oh yeah, see? Oh my God, But actually, Luke Bryan and Blake Shelton, they're friends, for real life, But like, yeah, maybe Ariana Grande and Katy Perry, that'd be cool. Or Ryan Seacrest and Carson Daly.
Yeah, that might be one of the worst fights of all time, seeing those two go at it.
See, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. But we'll be seeing something in the near future. Now, when's the Grammy supposed to be coming out?
I'm not sure exactly when, but I think it's soon because I was hearing on Sirius XM how there's
Yep.
a Grammy station, so it's gonna be pretty soon, I would think, since there's a Grammy. They have a Grammy station up now.
Well, you know what? I have to say that I'm going to be eating my graham crackers by the
Really,
night of the Grammys.
really.
And you got to remember your grandmas the night of the Grammys.
You know what? Actually, that is a line. Like a rapper, there's a rapper that actually said something like that.
Really?
He said something. He said like, I don't do this for. He said I do this for a Grammy. I'm not talking about the gold trophy or something like that.
See? Look at that. See? I should be a rapper.
Oh man, that would be.
Well, actually, if I get nominated a song for the Grammys, I would nominate two songs for the Grammys. Well, no, a few songs actually. If we're talking about the Grammys now too, I would nominate me and Trina for "We Are the World." I think we did a great re-edition of that since the last time we spoke. I did the "We Are the World" with Trina, and Trina did just a really good re-edition. We did that, and she made me sound so good up there, you know. And then me and River singing "Can't Hurry Love," and when and then we taped because it was in the Homeless Man movie. We did "Another Day in Paradise." Think twice. There's another day for you and me in paradise. So
Oh,
I think me and River would be nominated for that, and then me and you doing the Golden Girls rap beat.
yeah, best rap collaboration. That's what you're saying.
Yes, but you know I gotta admit, River and I when we do our songs, I have to say it's pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and my other song, which is like got a tremendous amount of views, is still COVID-19 to me. You know, the tune of
Yeah.
it's a parody of still rock and roll to me, and it makes sense because next phase, new wave, no matter what, it's still COVID-19 to me. You know.
When you gonna do because it seems like you've done a whole bunch of Billy Joel songs. When you gonna do like a cover or remix or whatever of Uptown Girl or and we didn't start the fire.
You know, we just have to find that's a very hard song to do. That very hard song. Okay. Um, I don't really want to do that one, but I was thinking about doing a Fresh Prince thing now. You know, and do a parody of Fresh Prince. You know.
Yeah, I got a couple. Yeah, I got a little parody for that. Just short little
And
parody right now.
by the way, did you hear the new show coming out after he slapped Chris Rock? Fresh Prince, print, Prince, the print of his hand on Chris Rock's face.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, Fresh Prince.
So this is how I would start out like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air song.
Okay.
Now, there once was a story all about how my life got totally flipped upside down. I fell in love with a girl who's a thought, and actually, she's not even that hot. I know that's gonna get some dudes mad. What? You said Jada's not hot? She's not. Seven at best, in my opinion, in her 20s. Seven at best.
Do
I'm
you think
sorry.
Jada's gonna Jaden?
Oh, yeah, if she were to hear me say something, because she can't take a bald joke well, so I don't think she's gonna take a joke about me, her appearance, about
Wait
her
a second.
physical appearance well.
Wait a second. I think I hear Will. Get you my wife's name out of your effing mouth, Dylan.
All right, well, Will, take a joke. Take a joke, Will. Calm down. Why are
Calm
you
down.
why are you showing that energy at me, Will? You should be showing that energy towards your wife for cheating on you. What about that, Will?
You get your effing my wife's name out of your mouth, Dylan and Derek.
All right. What about worry about what your wife is doing with her mouth? If you know what I'm saying, getting entanglements.
It is SmackDown Live on WWE now. Hey, you moved on from Brian Lachlan to Will Smith.
You know what? We should. You know what? We're gonna do that right now. We're gonna to close off this show. We're gonna do like a parody of what happened, and this is this skit I'm gonna call this. It's gonna be if I was Chris Rock.
Okay.
Oh, I I don't know even how. Should I do an imitation of? Should I try to do a terrible imitation of Chris Rock's voice? Good luck with that, bro.
Wait, you're short on like just like Chris Rock. I'm tall like Will Smith.
How tall's Chris Rock?
He's shorter than Will Smith.
I don't think he's that short. I think he's probably taller than me, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or, if I was like Will Smith, what? You're making fun of my height? Keep my height out of your mouth. You better watch it, Derek. You better watch it. I can't control my height. I can't control the fact that my dad's 5'8" and my mom's 4'11", so that is the perfect height for what I am. That is what happens if you add the heights of those two and divide it by 2. It comes out to what my height is. That is very offensive to me, Derek.
I'll get your name out of my mouth.
All right, let's start this skit.
Okay.
Jada, you know I love you, but well, Jane, what is it? I forgot what the movie was.
G.I. Jane.
But G.I. Jane 2, that's gonna be coming out soon. Oh, Will, what are you doing on the stage? Oh, you better not try to smack me, because if you do that, I swear, you try to do that, all right, I'm running out of it. All right, chase me if you want, Will.
Get my wife and out of your effing mouth.
What about break up with your wife? What about that? She cheated on you, Will.
Hey, that's my business and my wife's business. She's hot to me. You can't get any hotter. I don't see you with the woman, Chris Rock.
Well, maybe I'm just being low-key about it. Will, what about that? Did you ever think about that, Will? Maybe not.
Chris, you're a nerd, and I'm cool. I have Fresh Prince.
Oh, yeah, try that. Try that with a rapper.
Now I can see why everybody hates Chris.
Oh, wow, you're so clever, Will. You with your corny raps. When you were doing rap, no one took you serious. They just took you as a novelty act.
Hey, I'm getting jiggy with it while you're doing corny films with Adam Sandler.
Oh, I'm doing corny films while you were doing corny raps back in the day, Will. When was the last time you made a rap album, Will? Almost 20 years ago.
Look, I count #1 movies, Men in Black and Independence Day. You had Grown-Ups and Grown-Ups 2, and you had Derek Shapiro being Grown-Ups 2 as an extra.
Oh, yeah. You're trying to act like a tough guy. You're trying to act like a tough guy with a comedian. Try doing that with a gangster rapper. See how that'll end up, Will.
Hey, look. Even though Eminem says my name, who says your name? Maybe Reese's Pieces?
Well, actually, I got shouted out by Ludacris back in the day, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of leading women. Who do you have for leading women?
Oh, you got leading women, but you're not smashing any of them. You're smashing a woman that has less hair than the whatever kid.
At least I'm still married. You're still single.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather be single than have my wife sleeping with other dudes and calling it entanglements, Will.
Hey, Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington came to my rescue. Who came to your rescue?
Who came to my rescue? Myself, because I don't need other dudes to help me.
See, Medea at least likes me better than you.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's much difference between you or Jada and Medea. The only difference is that Jada's a little skinnier.
And you need to put some meat on your bones because you are a string bean, Chris Rock.
How long you gonna keep going on with this, Will?
Hey, I got Danae Watson, who played my mother on Fresh Prince. She's in General Hospital, and I got the new series coming out, Bel Air. What do you have coming out? Only a comedy tour? I'm on NBC again with Bel Air.
All of this, you started all of this because I made a joke about your wife's hair.
Hey, look, I played King Richard. What did you play recently?
I'm hosting the Oscar. So what's your point?
You're not hosting any Oscars right now. You only came up for one segment. Our Oscars don't even watch you. They want three girls versus you.
Yeah, I think I think if this was if this was actually how it went down, oh man, that'd be funny if this was actually how it went down.
Oh my God, that would have been funny, Dylan. Oh my God. And seriously, it's the truth. There's three women hosting the Oscars, and Chris Rock used to host the Oscars.
I
And
didn't
it
even.
was,
That was just one section he did. He wasn't the host.
no, there was what's the names? The three ladies that were the hosts. He hosted it before years past, but he only presented. He only presented.
Wow, so that makes it even more crazy. The fact that Chris Rock wasn't even the host. He was there for just a short time. And during that short time he got smacked.
And here's my thing. You know the Golden Globes with that guy? What's his name? Ricky Gervais.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention about that. He went way harder on
He goes.
those people.
See, if Ricky Gervais, he might have to dial tone his thing because he cracks on everybody during the Golden Globes. Okay.
The 2020 Golden, I saw that monologue he did in 2020, and he was going off because there was a part where he made a joke about Jeffrey Epstein, and then people were like, "Oh, why he do that?" And he was like, "All right, yeah, I know, he's your friend."
See, that's gonna be something to see how he might scale it down. You know, but you know what? We have to see for the future what things are gonna be scaled down and what things not. But it's gonna be very interesting as the award shows come back up and as it progresses. You know.
Yeah, if they do stuff like this, if stuff like this happens in award shows, people are gonna be watching them. Because someone like me, I stopped caring about award shows for a long time now because they're so long-winded. And aside from that, a lot of them are just stroking the egos of celebrities that don't even need their egos to be stroked because they already have it all, pretty
And
much.
then I even found out my daughter and my mother watched the whole Oscars that was on demand, right? From the other day, right? Oh, okay. Come here, Elizabeth. We're about to mention something. Go ahead. Man Who Sweats is so funny. Well, Man Who Sweats female. Well, Man Who
Oh,
Sweats.
here we go. Oh, this is what his dad started.
Wait,
It,
wait, wait. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the whole Will Smith and Kevin Rock thing? That's good, pal. I did. Okay. All right. Man Who Sweats was funny. Man Who Sweats. And the thing is, I went commando in those sweats a lot.
all right, that's too much information.
Yeah, but the movie again will be found movie internet channel .yolasite.com.
Yep.
Movie internet channel .go.sites.com. And on YouTube, just put in Man in Blue Sweats. I'll tell you, I sweat on my ass off for those Man in Blue Sweats.
All right, yeah, you're really pushing it now.
I'm blue,
Oh, if I was Will Smith right now, instead of saying "Get my wife out of your mouth," I'd say, "Can you just shut your mouth, Derek?"
Oh, well, just rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rivers' reaction just sums it up perfectly.
For you.
Yeah, people are gonna be blue after hearing these jokes.
Yes. Well, hey, if people turn blue after the movie, I did a good job.
I don't know if you did a good job because it's supposed to be a comedy movie.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, hopefully. I think it's going to be good.
All right. So you have any closing statements before we sign out?
Have you ever seen Coyote's email?
Oh my! All right.
I just want to say one thing. As being a talk show host, um, with Maury Povich retiring,
Oh yeah.
who's gonna do the DNA test? You are not the father.
We should apply.
Exactly. Keep it to this.
I-
Keep it to saying to Will, you're not Jada's husband.
oh, he instead of a slap, you're getting punched.
The other guy is really Jada's husband.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
All right. So this is how we're gonna close this out. So on the count of three.
Chris Rock's telling you stone throw away.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is how we're gonna close it out. So on the count of three, we're gonna say, keep your wife out of your mouth.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Keep your wife out of your mouth.